Hey everyone, hope you all are well. The first thing I'm doing today, as always, is priming the eye area, and to do that I'm using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. When I'm doing my base, I always bring my foundation across the lids. When I'm doing my brows and I carve out my brows with concealer, I blend the excess downwards so that I have a blank canvas to start out on. And this product is tinted, so it actually covers up any discoloration and primes the eyes for the shadows that are to come all in one go. So I find though, unlike most primers that I use, I need to set this one in place so that my shadows blend a bit more seamlessly on top of it. And my favourite face powder is the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. It's just brilliant and it's so cheap. I dust this all over the eye area anywhere that I'm going to be adding shadow, and this just sets that base in place. We have a nice powdery base then to apply our powdery shadows on top of. So I'm then taking the Note Cosmetics Precision Eyeliner and I'm using a very light hand just to map out the outline of my winged liner. And if you watched my previous video, you'll know that I like to do this so that I have a guide, and then I'll come back to it later on and fill it in. So my palette of choice today is the Collection Sahara Dunes eyeshadow palette. It's another affordable pick. I think I paid maybe €5 or €6 for this palette, and it's got a nice array of neutral shades. So the first shadow I've taken is that light warm tone shade, and I'm just using a blending brush to apply this in the crease, starting on the outer edge of the eye and blending across the crease using a mix of circular and windshield wiper motions. So I'm using that wing as a guide and I'm blending in from that point. And the reason I haven't filled in that outline yet is because I like to use a liquid liner, and I find with buffing and blending eyeshadow it can cause the liner to crack and fade, so I like to leave that step until last. Along with that, I don't have the pressure of spending all that time blending the shadows, perfecting the look, and then making a mistake with my liquid liner at the very end, and then that throws off the whole look. All I have to do when I've got the shadows in place is just to colour in that outline and I'm golden. So I've just added a couple of layers of that shade now. I have a nice warm wash in the crease, and I'm moving back to that palette and I'm taking up that dark matte brown on the same brush, and I'm going to go back into the crease again. So starting on that outer edge, right at the shape of the wing, and this time I'm going to blend slightly down onto the lid and then across the crease, focusing it mainly on the outer third, and then I'll blend what's left on my brush across to the inner portion of the crease. So I'm just pushing and feathering that brown towards the center of the lid, just using some sweeping motions and then circular motions to fade it out. So like before, once I've no product left on my brush, I'm going in with a second helping. I have a nice blend to that dark brown, but I do want it to appear a little bit more intense, so I'm layering it up now. Lastly then, I'm taking that matte black on a small flat C-shaped brush from Sedona Lace, and as you can see, we've worked our colours from light to dark and created this really nice gradient effect. The black I'm tapping down just above that wing shape, and I'm creating a small C shape, so just from the edge of that wing and then circling it up into the crease. And with this brush, I'm just working on placing that shadow down where I want. I'm using a small dense brush because I can be precise with my placement and get a decent colour payoff as well. And once I'm happy with that, then I'm switching to a blending brush, the same one that I've used previously, and I'm just giving this a really good blend. So feathering it over and back, pushing it towards the centre of the lid, fade it out, and then I'm using circular motions to blend it up in the crease, up into those two shades that we applied previously. So for the inner portion of the lid, I just wanted to add a little brightness, so with a light hand I'm picking up some of that kind of off-white shimmery shade, and I'm just dusting this across the lid over to meet those darker tones on the outer portion of the eye. Then I'm picking back up that blending brush with no additional product, and I'm feathering this then just over the shades that we applied previously, so buffing towards the centre of the lid just to blend those darker colours in with the lighter ones. So I'm now taking the Essence Liquid Ink Waterproof Liquid Liner. It's another all-time favourite of mine. I think I've been using this product since I was maybe 15. It's just a cracking little product. So I like to lie the brush on its side, and then I slowly kind of stamp down and follow the curve of my natural lash line. And you can start with a thin line and just gradually build it up. Just build it up to match that guideline, and just really take your time filling in the outline. Whatever way you decide to fill it in, just take your time with it. That's the most important part, because you can always go back in, apply a little bit more. It's easier to build up than it is to try and take away. So as I said, can't stress it enough, just take your time with this step. Now we're going to move on to the lower lash line. So I applied some of the Eyeliner false lashes in the style Smokey, and then I've picked up some of that light warm transition shade on a pencil brush. This one's from Sedona Lace, and I'm running that shadow all the way down along the lower lash line. And this is the only shade that I've taken right from the outer to inner corner. I've then taken the dark brown, and I'm just applying this halfway down across the lower lash line. And finally, I'm then taking a touch of the black eyeshadow, and this time I'm focusing this shade just more so into the lash bed, so wriggling it right in between those lashes and then fading it down ever so slightly. I'm then going to clean off my brush, and I'm running this then down along the very edge of that shadow to really smoke out the edges. Next, for the waterline, I'm taking the NARS High Pigment Longwear Liner. I think this is in the style Rue Bonaparte. Any sort of cream liner will do. And then I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara just to blend my own lashes in with the false ones, and to also coat the lower lashes. And then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful and easy to follow. If you did, please do let me know, and I'll catch you all really soon.